Secret, brought to you tonight by the American Tobacco Company. Makers of Lucky Strike Filters, the filter cigarette with fine tobacco.
All I said was, show me a filter cigarette that delivers the taste, and I'll eat my hats.
Lucky Strike filters will show you plenty of smooth flavor, plenty of fine, mild-tasting tobacco, too. LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And now Lucky Strike means filter tip.
Lucky filters show you plenty of fine tobacco. Yes, they'll sure show you.
Lucky Strike, the filter cigarette with fine tobacco.
From New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Steve.
Thank you. Thanks very much, and welcome to I've Got a Secret. Now that we've met our special guest, Lucille Ball, let's meet our acting specialist, Betsy Palmer, starring all this week in Cactus Flower on Broadway. And next, our specialist in boyish charm, Bill Cullen. And our beauty specialist, also on display on Candid Camera every week, Bess Meyerson. And finally, our only general practitioner, Henry Morgan.
That's this one.
All set to play the game, panel?
Yes.
Okay, then let's have our first contestant, please. Nice to have you with us. Panel, for the time being, this gentleman will be identified only as Mr. X. And all I can tell you about Mr. X is that he's a professional musician who is truly unique in the world of jazz music. So, Mr. X, if you'll whisper to me, we'll show the audience what it is that sets you apart from all other jazz musicians. Uh-huh. The clue to Mr. X's secret concerns something he does, and we'll start the game with Bess Meyerson.
Mr. X, you play an instrument?
Yes.
Is it how you play it that's unusual?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
I mean, how well you play it.
Yes, definitely.
Is it a brass?
No.
Is this going to help us in the secret, by the way? Pursuing the instrument?
Pursuing the instrument, yes,
Well.
that'll give you the secret.
All right. Is it woodwind?
Yes.
Flute?
No.
Oboe?
$20 down. Henry?
Clarinet.
No, it's not.
Clarinet.
No.
No. That's more woodwind?
Sax.
No jazz musician plays a bassoon. Is it a bassoon? Is it? We eliminated brass, so there's... Well, that's not a woodwind anyway. What? Oh, boy. No, darling, that's a brass.
No, sax.
Sax?
It's a woodwind.
I'll give you
That's a woodwind?
Yes. Like a clarinet.
If I may,
Is
Henry,
a saxophone a woodwind?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. Yes.
If I may, I'll give you a hint. All you're really going for is the instrument, and he wouldn't be here tonight if he, just played the saxophone and that was a secret, because that wouldn't be too good a secret.
Oh.
So go for something like he plays the Graf Zeppelin or something, and you've got it.
So you played Hindenburg.
$40 down. That's it.
Do you play an instrument that we would all know and be aware of?
Yes. Yes.
How about a sweet potato?
Oh, no.
No? How about a saxophone? No?
No.
Clarinet, no.
No.
But it is a woodwind.
Yes.
Something that's, bamboo is involved?
Yes.
Yes, that's the reed, isn't it?
That's right.
How about a little oboe?
No.
I never knew before this that bamboo was involved. We learned something every night. $60 down. Bill?
What? The only English horn.
No.
Is it a symphonic instrument, though, Mr. X? I mean, we don't consider it as a jazz instrument, do we?
No. No.
Is it symphonic?
Yes.
It has been on rare occasions, I guess, but you would not normally number it among the symphonic instruments. Is that
Is
safe
it?
to say?
How about that? A bird whistle?
Oh.
No. Is it a novelty instrument?
Yes.
Novelty in the field of jazz, but,
Yes.
where they play it a lot, it's considered very commonplace. That's a big
Piccolo?
hint for you.
Piccolo?
$80 now. This is kind of a tough one, panel. I'll reintroduce you now to Mr. X. I'd like you to meet Rufus Harley, a great musician who, believe it or not, plays jazz both cool and hot on, of all instruments, the bagpipes. Rufus, as probably the world's only jazz bagpipe player, would you tell us how you got to be that? Whatever made you think of using the bagpipes as a jazz instrument?
Well, I saw a pipe band on television about a few years ago.
Thought the sound would be interesting in jazz?
Yes, they were really swinging that day.
And you got yourself a set, obviously. How long did it take you to get pretty good at it?
Oh, I had it going in about 6 months.
I see. Now, the bagpipes do not have all the notes on them, do they? I mean, let's say you can get out of a trumpet or a piano or something?
No, it has this thing. A bagpipe is a bagpipe, and a trumpet is a trumpet.
Yeah, I'm hip, but there are some things you probably can't play on the bagpipes. Is that correct?
That's
because
right.
They
You
don't...
have to pick your material.
I
Yes,
see.
You have to do it.
Well, Rufus Harley has picked his with great care. He has 2 wonderful jazz albums available on the Atlantic label. Bagpipe Blues is one of them, and Scotch and Soul is the other. So, Rufus, if you'll help yourself to our stage there, we have the other members of your group all set to go, and all of us will hear right now how good a bagpipe can sound. Here is the Rufus Harley group playing Feelin' Good with Rufus himself on the bagpipes. Thank you, gentlemen. It was very exciting. Rufus Harley and the group. We'll be back in a minute with our next contestant after this word from our sponsor.
We hope you're in the mood to break a habit, because now your whole idea about margarines will change. This is the first soft margarine, new chiffon. Chiffon softness shows you its lowest in saturated fat of any spread, with the delicious flavor of the expensive spread. You see, it's the extra amount of saturated fat that hardens other margarines into a stick. But we never harden chiffon into a stick. That's why it's lowest in saturated fat of all margarines, even the corn oil ones. Taste, no extra saturated fat to harden flavor either. Delicious, like the expensive spread. Go ahead, Break this habit. Dip into new chiffon with pure liquid safflower oil. So soft, it comes in a tub. 2 tubs to every pound. New chiffon.
Now our next contestants, please. How do you do, sir? Okay, make yourself comfortable there and tell us your names, I should say, and where you're from.
My name is Howard Goodrich, and I'm from Oakland, Illinois. My dog's name is Fritz.
This is Mr. Howard Goodrich and Fritz. Mr. Goodrich owns Fritz, as you might assume, and they share a secret, 2 of them, and therein lies the tale. So, Mr. Goodrich, if you will whisper your secret to me, we'll let the audience know what it is. There must be more to it than that, I would think. The clue to their secret concerns something they have, and they have it in common. And we'll start the game with Betsy Palmer.
There's something that you have in common. Do you have with you this evening?
Yes?
Is it another animal?
No.
Is it something that is in complete view of us right now?
Yes?
This is an emotional thing that you both share?
No.
It's a visible emotional thing. Yeah, no, it isn't.
How about an intellectual thing?
$20 down, Bill Cullen.
I notice that Fritz is bored by the whole bit there. He's yawning. Did anyone ask emotional thing? That
I did.
You did? Is it a physical thing you own?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You both own something together?
Yes.
50-50? You own, and we can see that what you own.
Yes.
Is it the leash or the chain?
No.
I don't know.
$20 down, Bess Myers.
I don't understand. You own something together, like a joint bank account?
No, no, they both own something and they
That
each
you
got
can
their own.
do. Is it something you can do?
No.
Like, do you both sing together?
No.
You both have something that we see. The same birthday. No. Are you good? Is it
An object is involved.
An object is involved.
Big hint for
And it's within our view at this moment.
Yes.
Does it have to do with you share the same dentist? I don't know.
No, but that's an interesting thought. $60 down, Henry.
Hal, do you have a tail? I must say that if it's in sight, I'm lost.
Technically, it is within your view, but such things are difficult to detect. The secret that Mr. Goodrich shares with his dog is that they are both nearsighted, and the reason they were able to find their way out on stage tonight without stumbling around is that each of them is wearing contact lenses.
I say, if these are good enough for me, they're good enough for that dog.
How come you had your dog fitted with contacts?
Well, we noticed that he wasn't, couldn't see as well as he used to, my wife used to take him shopping with her, and he would notice her coming out of the store as quick as he did in years before.
I see. Well, I imagine he must have a tough time putting the lenses in.
That we have to give him a hand with.
I see. How can you tell he likes it if he does?
Well, he has them in now. He doesn't seem to bother him.
Well, he could have well, I won't go into that. But, well, thank you very much. We've all seen something new tonight, Mr. Goodrich, and we wish you and Fritz the best of luck. Thank you so much. We'll meet our special guest, Lucille Ball, in a minute after this message.
Dairy done smokers would rather fight than switch. Than switch. Than switch. Than switch. Than switch.
Tareyton's got a charcoal tip and a white one, too. Together, they improve Tareyton's fine tobacco taste.
Band switch. Band switch.
Oh, hello there, folks. I was just sitting here doing my income tax. Now it's time to meet our special guest for the evening. I guess the word special tells the whole story, because here's Lucille Ball. Lucy, you look absolutely ravishing.
Thank you, darling.
Lovely. Now, before we get down to the business at hand, to which that remark, it occurs to me, was relevant, I want to find out about the special that I understand you have coming up on CBS.
October 24th.
October 24th.
It's called Lucy in London, and we made it in London, of course, all of it, mostly outdoors in London in the wonderful month of May, my favorite month any place in the world.
You must have loved that city then, huh?
Oh, I dig London anyway, but now I found out that the outskirts of London have a certain flavor, too. I never got very far out of London before.
Would you be talking about Carnaby Street by any chance?
Yes, that's not outside of London, but I am talking about having fun on Carnaby Street and King's Road and all that.
Uh-huh. Well, the point about Carnaby Street these days is that that is the neighborhood, they say, which has revolutionized clothing styles for women and for men, too. And the style seems to have caught on here all over the United States, and there's a lot of controversy about this, isn't there, Lucy?
Too much.
Yes, we're going to try to settle a little bit of that tonight.
Yes, well, according to all the fashion editors, these new far-out fashions are in. But I wonder if the public has really accepted them.
Okay. Well, you've come to the right place to find out, Lucy, because our studio audience here represents what I think is a very good cross-section of the American public. And we have a way tonight of getting some instant opinions from these nice people out here. We have rigged 100 seats in the audience.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you'd rigged 100 people.
They don't do that in television
no,
anymore,
of course
I think.
not.
Yeah. Anyway, we've rigged 100 seats out there with a gadget that looks like this one. It has
Good heavens.
5 little buttons on it here, numbered A, B, C, D, and so forth. Now, the people sitting out there in the seats can register their opinions on any subject by pressing one or another of these buttons, you see. Now, we ask you please not to press the buttons out there. Don't monkey around with them at all until I give you the actual instruction and say, on your mark, get set, and press. And only then, if you please, press your buttons. You all set, Lucy?
Okay, where should we begin?
Well, let's get to some fashions. And,
all right, let's show the audience 3 of the most important fashion trends that are making big news right now, and see what your audience thinks of them.
Okay. On with the fashion show. Come right out, ladies.
The first one is Miss Helen Oken, and Helen is wearing a polka dot tie with her orange and plum-colored pantsuit. Very traditional cut. How about that?
Ready?
The next young lady is Miss Judy Garwood, and she's wearing a purple wool dress by Rudy Gernreich with emerald green butterfly wing sleeves. She has matching purple stockings and bright green patent leather shoes. Ginny Wright is wearing a vinyl evening dress. The skirt is shiny vinyl. It's a houndstooth pattern in black and white, and the top is poison green and iridescent orange. Turn around, dear, what there is. There it is.
Lucy?
Yes.
Exactly what now would you like to find out?
Well, I'd like to begin by finding out if the audience likes any of these outfits.
First, let me ask you this. Do you like them? Give us your honest opinion as a group.
On some very young people at some very special places for a very short time.
Okay, now, audience, here we go with the button business. If you find these 3 fashions generally attractive, then when I say go, press the top button, the one marked A.
Now, wait a minute. This is just if they like The three of them.
Yeah, as a group.
As a group, just the fashions as you see them now.
Yeah. You like that whole idea? When I give you the signal, press button A. Okay, on your mark, get set, press, and hold the press for just a few seconds, if you would, please, so it'll register on our electronic measuring device. Okay, they've got it registered now. Now, before we reveal how the audience voted, Lucy, would you like to venture a guess? What percentage of our audience would you say like these fashions?
I see more women in the audience than I do men at the moment. I would say no more than 35%.
All right, we turn now to the professor in charge of our measuring device, and here's the actual figure. Oh, before we do that, let's find out if the panel agrees or disagrees with Lucy's guess.
I think it's less than 35%. Yes, I would say maybe 15%.
Any other opinions?
Somewhere between 35 and 15.
somewhere between 15
I couldn't possibly guess because, believe it or not, I like them.
I do too.
Henry likes them and Bill likes them. Interesting opinions. Well, the percentage of our studio audience that likes them is just 7.
7%.
That's all. Lucy, what would you like to find out next?
I would like to find out if the ladies had to make a choice, which of these three outfits do they like the best?
Yes. Now we're dealing with 50 people out of our 100 test group.
It's just the ladies.
Mm-hmm. So, ladies, of these three, which do you like best? Now, if you want to vote for the pants suit, you will press the button labeled A. If you want to vote for the mini look, the purple thing, press B. And if you vote for if you like the vinyl look, of course, you press letter C. Okay, pick out your button on your mark, get set, press, and hold the press for just a few seconds, please, if you would. And I guess that's long enough to register. All right, Lucy, which outfit do you think turned out to be the most popular among these 50 test group women in our audience?
B.
B. No. All right, panel, what would you say?
I say A.
Betsy says A. Bill says C.
I say C, too.
I'm with Lucy, B.
Yes?
Well, there's a wide range of opinion right there. Now let's find out what our survey group voted. The pantsuit one going away, that is A. 54% of the ladies insisted they'd like that if they had to take one. The mini look, the purple one, got only 10% vote, and the vinyl look got 36%.
I won again.
I think that means that Henry Morgan and I must get married.
Something along that. It's always hard to tell what's the
I press button A. I mean, for that.
What find out what B is, Henry. Now let's find out which of these outfits, is the most popular with the 50 gentlemen out there in our test group. Gentlemen, it's now your turn. Take your gadget in hand there and tell us which of these three outfits do you think is the most attractive. Just vote, of course, A, B, or C. Find the correct button. Here we go. On your mark, get set, press, and hold it for just a little while, please, if you would. All right, I guess that must do it. Lucy, which outfit do you think the men like best?
I'll take B again.
That's interesting.
I'll take A again.
I'll take C again.
I knew he'd take C again. You really would.
I would guess that all the men would like C.
Well,
No, I take B.
And 2 from column A.
All right, now we'll find out what this little...
Bill can see the back of her, you know.
Yeah, crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
All right, now we'll find out how the audience voted. The vinyl suit came in front. That's C. That is 54%. And the pants suit got 40%, and the poor little purple outfit only got 6%. Not, of course, a vote for the young ladies involved. They're all equally attractive. Do we have time for another problem?
I'd like the men to tell us what they think their wives would choose. Whether it is a new kitchen.
We have a picture of the...
And there is a picture of the new kitchen. Would they choose a brand new kitchen for themselves or this lovely mink coat? Which would they choose?
Or, gentlemen, which do you think your wives would choose? If they would choose the kitchen, is that it? If they would choose the kitchen, then press A. And that's all you have to do. In other words, if you don't think they'd choose the kitchen, then don't press anything because the...
If you think they choose the kitchen, press the A button. Otherwise, don't press anything.
Good. I wish I'd said that. Okay, here we go. On your mark, get set, make it. And hold it. And, okay. Lucy, how do you think the men voted on their wives' taste?
95% at least.
For what?
For the coat.
All right.
I disagree. No.
Panel, do you agree?
Kitchen, 95%.
Bill says 95% for the kitchen. Okay, we're a little short of time. Only 46% of the men voted for the mink, and the other, therefore, would think their wives would go for the kitchen.
They're no good.
If you had asked me what the ladies would have voted for, I would have said the other way around.
Yes, I think you're right. I think most of them would go for the mink coat.
No.
No? Go for the kitchen? Well, that shows how
She
much
said,
I...
what did the men think they would think?
That's right. What do the ladies think the men would think about the mink thing?
Oh, please, stop it.
We'll be back in a minute, but first a message from somebody out there.
Unbelievable. An electric range with an automatic stir? Westinghouse has it. Just put the stirring unit in the pan, turn it on, and automatically your sauces, puddings, soups, gravies are stirred for you. Inconceivable. An electric range with an oven that cleans itself? Westinghouse has it. Flick a switch, and automatically the baked-on grease and grime is reduced to a fine ash that you whisk away with a damp sponge. Incredible. An electric range that broils on both sides at once? Westinghouse has it. The no-turn speed broil. Get the only range you can buy that stirs your food for you, cleans itself, and broils on both sides at once, only from Westinghouse. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
During the commercial, we took our survey. Here's the results. 46% of the men guessed that their wives would, so women did choose the mink coat. That's the story. Thank you so much, Lucy. It was a fascinating spot. Good night, everybody.
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by Westinghouse. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. Tonight's fashion for Lord and Taylor. Farmer's gown by Stavropoulos.
Enjoy 2 big nights of motion picture entertainment this week. On Thursday night, Tony Curtis and Debbie Reynolds join forces in The Rat Race. And on the CBS Friday night movies, it's Marlon Brando in One-Eyed Jack. Both this week in color.